Who is Benjamin Netanyahu? To one group of people, he's Israel's greatest defender. To another, he's a deeply polarizing politician. But hate him or love him, there's no dispute about this. Benjamin Netanyahu has defined Israeli politics more than nearly any other leader in recent history. But how did a Tel Aviv boy become Israel's longest-serving prime minister? Benjamin Netanyahu was born on the 21st of October, 1949 in Tel Aviv, a year after the State of Israel was founded. His father, Benzion Netanyahu, was an eminent historian, and his residence was all about politics, intellect, and Zionist ideology. In his teenage years, the family moved to the United States, and Netanyahu spent his high school years in Pennsylvania. He spoke fluent English, which later became a huge advantage for him at the international level. But his sympathies lay with Israel. Netanyahu at 18 went back and joined the legendary Sayeret Matkal, Israel's premier special forces outfit. He served gallantly, participating in perilous missions, one of which was the abortive 1970 to rescue mission after the hijacking of Sabena flight. He was wounded in combat, but never lost that sense of dedication. Perhaps the deepest wound inflicted upon Netanyahu was in 1976, when his older brother, Yoni Netanyahu, was killed while leading Operation Entebbe, an operation to rescue hostages in Uganda. Yoni was the commander of the operation and the only Israeli soldier to die. His death left a lasting effect upon Benjamin, deepening within him his belief in national security and defending Israeli citizens. Netanyahu funneled his grief into activism. He attended MIT and later Harvard and majored in architecture and political science, but was carried away by his passion into diplomacy. He entered government work with a distinct mission motivated by personal tragedy and national pride. In the 1980s, Netanyahu was Israel's ambassador to the United Nations, where he quickly gained a reputation as a sharp-tongued, eloquent speaker. He was young, ambitious, and never hesitant to speak his mind. At the age of only 46, Netanyahu was elected Israel's youngest ever prime minister in 1996. His initial term was marked by strong opposition to terror, a skeptical demeanor regarding peace treaties, and efforts to grow Israel's economy. Although defeated in the 1999 election, he was far from over. Over the next decade, he rebuilt his image, served in numerous ministerial portfolios, and returned to power in 2009, this time wiser and more resilient. Netanyahu's leadership has never been without controversy. He's been condemned for the increase in settlements, charges of political scaremongering, and unending corruption investigations that have created demonstrations across Israel. Yet, his supporters argue that he safeguarded Israel from destruction, made the world safer and more secure, and led the country to prosperity. Under his tenure, Israel inked record normalization agreements with Arab states like the UAE, Bahrain, and Morocco, a diplomatic feat known as the Abraham Accords. Netanyahu has been called a survivor and master strategist. Even after being out of office in 2021, everyone thought his days were over. But again in 2022, he was prime minister, proving that his politics sense is not lost. He remains a polarizing figure, loved for his toughness, criticized for his strategy, but his ability to stay in the game, no matter what the odds, cannot be challenged. Benjamin Netanyahu's is a story of aspiration, resolve, and unshakable belief in the future of his nation. Love him or despise him, his presence in Israel and the world cannot be denied. His journey continues on the political battlefield and in the pages of history. The baby they call isn't done yet.